noisy, and we want to unveil the statue as soon as we can, but we can't proceed immediately to do that because we have a few comments and a reading and just a few things. I want to welcome all of you to the intersection, and welcome especially to Stefanie Rocknak, the sculptor of this statue that you're about to see. To her family and to her friends who've come to celebrate this day, and to all present who have the current Poe Foundation of Boston directors and board members, John LaFleur, our president, Pat Bartavian, our treasurer, Rob Villela, Richard Copley, Philip Phillips, Susan Jaffe-Tain, Catherine Kim, and Stephanie, volunteer lawyers for the arts of Massachusetts, the Bartavian family, Stephen and Tabitha King, Susan Jaffe-Tain is here, Maury Wolf. Among the many brilliant engineers and subcontractors who have brought their competence to this project, I'll single out just a few, including Dave Mariano at Face. But note that generations of Boston Poe fans, going back as far as Thomas Wentworth Higginson and Julia Ward Howe, she of the Battle Hymn of the Republic, are smiling down at you from whatever afterlife Frog Pondians enjoy. Issued from the office about on the other side of the Common. So, please welcome Richard Copley.
El Dorado, gaily bedight, a gallant knight, in sunshine and in shadow, had journeyed long, singing a song, in search of El Dorado. But he grew old, this knight so bold, and o'er his heart a shadow fell, for no spot of ground could be found that looked like El Dorado. And when his strength failed him at length, he saw a pilgrim shadow. Shadow, said he, where can it be, this land of El Dorado? Over the mountains of the moon, through the valley of the shadow, ride, boldly ride, the shade replied, if you seek for El Dorado.
Girton, Emerson, and Thoreau, and Longfellow were always trying to find what was natural. And Poe is this other side of what is supernatural, and the imagination, and really the father of mystery novels and also science fiction in some ways. And this process where those two things come together, and today with this dedication, they're both wax and wane again, 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 every moment of the night, forever changing places. And then at around midnight, one moon, more filmy than the rest, a kind which upon trial they found to be the best, comes down, still down, and down with its center on the crown of a mountain's eminence, while its wide circumference in easy drapery falls over hamlets, over halls, wherever they may be, or the strange woods, or the sea. One of these moons comes down, and in one word, becomes a tent. That is imagination. And then everybody falls asleep. How deep under that tent is the passion of their sleep. In the morning they arise, and their moony covering is soaring in the skies with the tempest as they toss like almost anything, or a yellow albatross. They use that moon no more for the same sense as before, videlicet a tent. Its atomies, however, the particles of that filmy moon tent, its atomies, however, into a shower dissever, of which those butterflies, the butterflies,
compel new and deserved attention to Edgar Allan Poe in Boston. It will animate Boston's literary heritage, and it will inspire the city's active literary scene. The mayor was especially impressed by how this statue allows us to embrace Poe's rebellious attitude to Boston's cultural establishment. It's a quality that speaks to the productive tensions that he believes today's confident and open Boston thrives on. This native-born outsider resolutely reclaiming his birthright makes a fitting patron for Boston's feisty and diverse cultural scene today. And Karen Goodfellow of the Boston Arts Commission made the important point that we have to a little further back the monument to ether, great 19th century achievements and achievers, and Poe absolutely belongs among them. But I like the fact that he's outside that official space at a human scale, interacting with the people on the sidewalk where literature and culture should be. He gets to be the first tourist in Boston history to take a selfie with Edgar Allan Poe. Poe will look on disapprovingly, but there's nothing he can do about it. And this space will become then transformative for everyone who encounters this statue. It will allow us, as Poe wrote, to dream by day.
Well, just a few notes before we actually get to the unveiling. One thing is, according to our permit, and just in the interest of public safety, the ropes are going to stay up for at least 10 minutes after the statue is unveiled. So we don't want, like everyone racing into the center at the same time. So with that said, it gives me great pleasure after many, many months to invite Luke Rocknak, Steph Rocknak, Scott Rocknak, and Russ Rocknak, the Rocknaks, to unveil Stefanie's statue.
Although I thought my CD by the